Here I am sitting in the car with my windows up, trying to be corona free, waiting for my wife who's going shopping, and I just thought I have this banter or this talk. It's we're all in this place, we're all in this mess together, and we're trying to be patient to get through it. We're trying to get past this point so that we can go and resume our normal lives. Unfortunately, your normal life is not going to exist anymore. It's going to be a changed life. Hopefully, it's changed for the better. And right now, there's a lot of people going through a lot of things, and everybody is basically waiting. You have some people working at home. A lot of people are not working at home, but those who are working at home have a massive advantage, because the advantage is you're doing something. You're performing. The human body is actually, it's interesting. The human body versus a machine. If you keep pushing and pushing and pushing a machine, it'll break down. If you keep pushing, pushing, pushing and moving the body, it actually gets stronger. The more you do, the stronger you get. When you use your mind, it gets stronger. When you use your heart, it gets stronger. When you use your physical body, it actually gets stronger. But when you use a machine, the machine actually gets weaker. And when you're home doing nothing, you're actually in a bad place if you're doing nothing at all. And that is, you potentially you will get weaker and weaker and weaker. Please hear this message and hear it right and focus on it properly. I'm not going to try to say, well, give you all this hype and this motivation. I want you to get up and do something. I want you to get up even throughout the day, and when you go to the kitchen and go get those cookies, just do 10 push-ups. Go back, sit down. When you go to the bathroom, do 10 jumping jacks. When you get up in the morning, read a book. If you can't get motivated to read an hour a day of that book, read 5 minutes, read 10 minutes of that book. And before you know it, before the week's out, you're going to challenge yourself. Automatically, you're going to start reading a little bit longer, and it's your length of reading is going to extend the same way as your push-ups. It's going to end up being 15 push-ups, and then 20 push-ups, and then 20 and 50 jumping jacks. It's going to increase. It's going to grow. Stop waiting for this to be over to get yourself moving. Stop waiting. We keep waiting for that perfect scenario. We keep waiting for that everything to line up, the stars and the moon to line up, and everything to line up in your job, in your life, and your family lined up and all lines up with you. It's not going to happen. You have to just do it and wait for it to line up. And it's interesting what they say about luck. You look at somebody else and point at somebody else and say, wow, Michael Jordan is lucky. Larry Bird is lucky. Tyler Perry is lucky. We pick people. Oprah Winfrey is lucky. Everybody's lucky because from your point of view, looking at their point of view, they're in a better position. They're in a better place. But luck comes from discipline. Luck comes from hard work. I'm encouraging you to do a little bit of discipline, not a lot of discipline, just a little bit of discipline now, so that when this is over, people say, wow, your attitude is really good. You're lucky. Wow, nothing seems to have changed in your life, but you seem to be a better person. You seem to be in a better place. You're lucky. Your business is doing so much better. How come? You're lucky. And when they talk to you and say, well, my business is doing in a better place. Well, for 1 month, my business was making absolutely no money at all. I made absolutely nothing. And what I done in that time period is I kept myself healthy. Is I read books every single day. I went on YouTube and got educational and motivational and inspirational content every single day. It was hard for me at first because I couldn't read that much. I couldn't exercise that much. I couldn't even listen to all this motivational garb that much. And I'll say it just like that, motivational garb, because a lot of times that motivation is the motivation inside someone else's head, not inside your head. And you have to actually transform it and get it inside your head so that you can do that little bit. And I'm encouraging you to do that little bit so that when you get to that certain point, you can actually continue forward. Now, my name is Terrence Douglas. I'm a business coach. You can go to terrencedouglas.com. That's 3 E's, 1 R, C, and a T. Oh, and an N, sorry. In other words, TERENCE, not TERRANCE, not TERANCE, 1 R, 3 E's, Douglas.com. And you can get some content there. I have training there the training costs you absolutely nothing, or you can get with me. I can help you get focused. Now, right now, because you're making nothing, I'm not really offering, I'm not really charging that much. It's always a negotiation. But the key is, I really want to help people, help businesses to get beyond that point. Just get beyond that point and get that focus, and not wait till this is over to say, well, hey, now let me start. If you wait to say, now let me start, it's too late, guys and girls. It's too late. Don't wait for anything to stop, but start now. Don't wait to perfection, but start being perfection. You know, it's interesting. Perfection. What is perfection? Let's say this space. Perfection is taking this space and cutting it in half. So if I cut it in half, it'll be here. If I cut that in half, now it will be here. If I keep cutting it in half, guess what? You never arrive at that point of perfection, but you get a little bit and a little bit closer. Even me speaking right now, I'm not the best of speaker, I'm not the best of writer. If you look at some of my writes in my Facebook, you go, wow, this guy can't write that well. If you listen to me, you say, well, his speech is really not that sharp, it's not that precise, it's not that accurate sometimes. But the whole concept is, I'm trying to help you, the person, get better, and not think about me. It's what happens in human beings is, if your focus becomes someone else, if your focus in business is to serve someone else, you actually get closer and closer and closer to perfection. No, you never arrive. So what are you offering in your product? You're offering a product to help better someone's life. You're offering a service to help someone else and someone else's business to gain and get more revenue. The whole focus is someone else. It is never, ever you. And I'm to encourage you to, when you do those 10 push-ups, think, well, this is going to be better. This is going to be over. Look at yourself in the mirror. This will be over one day. And when you do those jumping jacks and say, oh, I don't feel like doing these things, man, I just go 1, 2, just do those jumping jacks, do those push-ups, read that book. And once you get past a week, you will be at a different point. You'll cut that time in half. You'll get closer and closer to that perfection. And like I said, you're actually thinking and focusing on someone else and not thinking and focusing on you. If we was to focus on someone else, guess what will happen? You will be doing the things that is necessary to help that other person. You'll be thinking about those things necessary to help that person. So now, if you're in business and you do that Facebook post to say, you know what, I don't feel like doing this Facebook post, but I'm going to do it anyway, and say, look, have a great day, from name your business. We're still in business. Hopefully this is over. When this is over, we will be there. Here's my phone number. Have a great day. And that's it. Someone looks at it and says, well, you know, it's nice seeing that person. I really enjoyed going into their shop. I really enjoyed their professional services. I really enjoyed whatever they offered me. It was good hearing from them. And it's the encouragement. Now, in this case, in business, we're trying to encourage people with our products. We're encouraging people with our service. I, being a business coach, I'm trying to encourage you by challenging you, encourage you by encouraging you, encourage you by motivating you, and just flat out encouraging you. It's about the other person and never about you. My reading now has increased tremendously, and it's interesting because when you read those books, now it depends on what types of books you read. If you're going to read those novels and love novels and stuff like that, that is not going to challenge your mind. That is not going to get you to that next point. I'm going to encourage you to read something that gets you to the next point, not always those fantasies. Now, even when you're watching TV, you have your downtime and you listen to fantasy, but every now and then, try to look for a documentary that's going to encourage you and get you moving to that next point. And so now for me, I have training. I have training on how to find your best product, how you find your best client, your best payday, your best focus. It's all about how to finding your best something. So, and it all goes together. And I done a video about that. It's about, I don't even know how long it is, 15, 20 minutes or something like that. But it's, yes, in time, I would love for you to call me up and say, Terrence, I like what you offer. I like what you give. Can you coach me? I don't have any money. We come up with a relationship. We sit down and we go through a coaching situation. And before you know it, 6 months from now, you're pulling in $100,000. 8 months from now, you're pulling in $200,000. And it increase, your revenue continues to increase. Now, those of you who are already making that $250,000, we can go have a business relationship where my goal is to help you increase. It's to increase and get rid of overwhelm. How do I do that? The only way I can do that is for me to know how it's done, for me to be on top of my game. And in order for me to be on top of my game at all times, now see, it goes right back to the beginning of this video. In order for me to be on top of my game, I must read, I must keep in touch with myself from a spiritual point of view, whatever that spiritual point of view you have. I must exercise, I must eat right, I must have the proper people around me. You can look at those things as a wheel, and each point of that wheel is a spoke. One spoke is reading or information. If that spoke is low and another spoke is bigger and taller and so on around that whole spoke, the wheel will not be circular. You must balance your life with education, information, motivation. You must balance it from a spiritual point of view. You must balance it from a physical point of view, that's physical exercise, and you must balance it from a healthy point of view. Health is what you eat. All that must be in balance, so that if someone calls me and says, Terrence, this is not working, I don't know what to do, I have to be sharp and have systems in place. I have to know systems and know what systems to apply or encourage the person to apply. So if I encourage someone to apply a system, I must know what those systems are. In order for me to know what those systems are, I must be educated. Educated is very, very key. Now, when you're in business, you must be looking at all the numbers. It's not happenstance. It's not, you look at the numbers and say, well, okay, these numbers are increasing. If they're increasing, what am I doing to make these numbers increase? Well, I done A, B, and C to make them increase. Well, look at A, B, and C and do it again. And I'm going to encourage you to do that A, B, and C again. So if I encourage you to do A, I encourage client 1, I encourage you to do A, client 2 to do B, client C, 3 to do C. Each person and each situation is a different thing. It's never the same thing for the same person. So with the exercise, it's the same thing. You may say, well, I hate doing push-ups. Well, do jumping jacks. Well, do some sit-ups. Do something to move forward. I'm encouraging you to do something, not sit around and do nothing. In the same way as I'm sitting here waiting for my wife to come back, I'm here thinking, I said, you know what? Let me turn on my phone and do a quick video vlog and encourage people that are out there. This is 12 minutes, a little bit longer than I usually do it. But at the same time, guess what I'm doing? If no one listens to this, it's okay, because I'm practicing. I'm practicing my craft. I'm practicing my art. I'm practicing so that one day I can talk to you. I can talk to you a little bit more accurate. When I'm on stage for an hour, I can educate people and motivate and inspire them for an hour long. This is what I'm doing. It's all for practice. It's all for practice, so that when this is all over, I'm at a better point. So you're going up that ladder bit by bit by bit. But guess what? As you're going up that ladder, but in small steps, one day you're gonna, instead of doing transitions from step to step to step to step, you're going to transform. Transform is going from one step to the landing. Transitioning is going from one step to the next step. And in time, you may have to transition to the first platform. And then from there, you can transform from one platform and jump to the next platform. Now, I'm encouraging you and challenging you to get into that space so that you can get to the point of transformation, not transitioning. And keep in mind, transitioning is when a caterpillar goes from a leaf to the next leaf to the next leaf. A transformation is when the caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. And that is my goal for you. That is my goal for your business. So you continue to transition to the platform, and then one day get to that platform and say, you know what? I need to take my business further and faster, and you transform to that next point. And I have a lot of techniques, I have a lot of systems, I have a lot of procedures. And if you keep listening to my Facebook and even get on my email list, it's even better. You will get more in-depth information, and we can help you really transform and get rid of that overwhelm and increase your revenue. And that is my goal, and that is my dream for you. My name is Terrence Douglas. You can visit me at terrencedouglas.com. I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And please make sure you go to the top of the page and like this post, yes, but go to the top of the page and make sure you follow this page if you want to keep up with the latest information that I give to you, that I offer you, that I challenge and inspire you to do. If you want to get with me, you can just PM me here or go to my website and email me. That's support at terrencedouglas.com. You can email me and say, Terrence, I want to talk. I want to get my business at least ready for when this is over, and I can help you do that. Any of you who's listened to this for 15 minutes, I've gotten to this point and in this vlog, and yes, you can get with me. Matter of fact, if you listen this far, let me give you my other email. That's Terrence, TERENCE at terrencedouglas.com. I have not given out this email as of yet, so I know if you're emailing me with this email here, I will that you listen to this whole thing and you really are and truly are willing and wanting to take your business to the next level. Again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Let's go on to a great and better 2020. Remember, 2020 is not over yet, even though we have this little reset, so be encouraged.